Hi, this is Andrew Chamberlain, the Executive Director for the Institute of Association and Leadership. I just wanted to spend a few minutes showing you the Compass systems map for association leaders. We developed Compass earlier this year, and we did so to create an articulation of what it means to be a chief executive or the very senior leader in a membership organization. We didn't want to just map out the stuff that we do as chief executives, because we all know generally what that is, but we wanted to really map out the characteristics of being a chief executive. So not what you do so much, but more about how you do it and who you need to be a successful association chief executive or senior C-suite professional within the membership environment. When I say C-suite, I mean chief financial officer, chief technical officer, chief operating officer, chief creative officer, and of course the chief executive officer. So we wanted to, for the first time, create in one space, as I say, the articulation of what it means to be a chief executive. And so what I wanted to do is just show you how Compass can be used in your day-to-day job, but also how you can use Compass as part of your career development, as part of your personal, professional development, or indeed, if you're a member of the board of directors of a membership body, how you can use Compass to inform your job description, your person specification, and your recruitment process for identifying and recruiting the senior executive in your team. So here we are on the IAL website. There's a whole lot of spiel there. Why we developed Compass in more detail. I'm not going to go into that. It's all there. You can read that. Also here is exactly the same page, apparently. Also here, you click through, we get to accessing Compass. So when we're here, you'll see it says that Compass is intended to promote the highest standards of professional competence. It is based on the principles that are articulated by the Institute of Leadership and Management's dimensions of leadership and other accepted models of good leadership practice. If you've not already taken a look at the Institute of Leadership and Management, I strongly encourage you to do so. Some great material on there about leadership theory, leadership practice, leadership protocol, good leadership, bad leadership, exceptional leadership, innovative leadership. Go onto the ILM's, the Institute of Leadership Management's website, take a look, join. Huge amount of resource in there, including the dimensions of leadership. And what we've done is taken that map and turned it into an association-specific articulation. I think it's really important before we dive into it. This is a global network, and as such we've devised Compass so that it is applicable for you regardless of where in the world you're working, irrespective of what the professional context of your membership body is. We've made it so that you can utilize the benefits of Compass irrespective of where you are in your career. Even you may today, late 2021, you may be early career. You may not have right now anything more than distant aspirations to work in senior leadership, but the reality is, in an association, leadership is a vocation. It is a profession, and for an increasing number of people, association leadership, association management is a career choice. And again, the reason we created Compass was to make sure that you have an opportunity to understand in advance of progressing your career what is actually what it actually means to be an association chief executive. And certainly from my perspective, I wish I had known this material. I wish I'd understood. I wish Compass had been there when I was setting out on my association career, when I was looking at chief executive positions, when I got into my first role. I wish this material had been available to me then, because it would have made life so much more, would have made life make so much more sense to me. So do please explore. And so here we are accessing Compass. So this is behind the IAL paywall. So you do need to be a member of the IAL to access Compass. So once you've joined and we click on the link, you will see that we've created the model in Prezi, simple online tool. Click on present and you'll see the homepage loading up. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to enlarge that screen so that you can see in its entirety what we're looking at. And so basically Compass is split into these 8, I can't remember. I only, yes, 8 is right there in front of me. 8 themes. And under each of these themes, we've articulated, yes, the knowledge and the skills that you need to be successful. But we've also sought to map out the key sort of leadership characteristics that you need to be a successful senior C-suite professional and chief executive. And these 8 themes are, to our mind, to the in an IAL context, this is how we recognize association leadership: supporting governance, advocacy, leading operations, leading volunteers, planning and delivering strategy, strategic financial management, engaging communities and stakeholders, maximizing commercial opportunity, and of course, the essence of leadership. Now, I'm not going to talk you through all of this. Don't need to. It's there for you to explore. You may have seen, as I was messing around with the display there, that there is 186 layers to this, this map, not all of which are going to be relevant to you. I would argue probably most on any given day are not relevant to you. But at some juncture during your career development, at some point as you embark on your senior leadership career, when you become a chief executive, I challenge that at some juncture, all of what is included in Compass would at some point be relevant to you. So how Compass works, here we are, homepage. Here I am, a budding new chief executive, an ambitious young buck looking for his first big opportunity. I'm using Compass to explore and understand what it means to be a chief executive. So you see here, click on the essence of leadership. It takes me down a level, tells me that the aim of leadership is to maximize personal performance and that of the team. Changing, adapting, reinforces systems, processes, and culture as required to ensure the success of the organization or the association. And then what we see here are the next level down. These are the characteristics that combine to create the essence of leadership within an association context. Now, as I said, for every one of these levels, we've articulated the skills, what we understand to be the skills needed within this thematic context. So, for example, diverse communication styles, be able to facilitate, be diplomatic, listen to learn, leading a group consensus, etc. But when we go back up, likewise, we've done the same thing with knowledge. So to complement the skills, there's the knowledge. Association culture and heritage, you need to know about peer-to-peer management tools, understand team dynamics, be aware of the Internet of Things, business ethics, etc., etc. Now, this is all signposting you. This is all designed to say to you, and for you to question, well, do I Do I know about metrics and performance indicators? Yeah, actually I do. All good. Do I know about brand management? Not so much. I need to go and find out about that. Do I understand the barriers to engagement and methods of methods of resolution? Yeah, I'm kind of okay with it, but maybe I need to do a bit more exploratory work so that I am confident in my knowledge. That's what we've done here. We've created this so that you can assess yourself against this knowledge and skills. But then beyond that, if we look then within the essence of leadership in this example, okay, I want to understand what does it actually mean to be resilient. So what does resilience mean? Why do I care? So the role model, so in terms of resilience, and this is how we understand it, is to role model in resilience, grit, and a growth mindset through the work you do every day. And when there is a need to adapt quickly to new circumstances, by or through. And then here we've explained how we understand you can do that, how you can achieve that, how you can be resilient. So, for example, you need to be able to understand that it's not just a personality trait, but a way of being that can be developed by making positive lifestyle changes. To be resilient requires you to embrace challenges as opportunities to learn rather than obstacles to overcome. So you can see this is very much about personal characteristics and the essence of being rather than simply a map or competency framework. That's why we've called it a map, is because it's more than a competency framework. Competencies can be learned, as can individual characteristics. Of course they can. As can style, personal brand, personal leadership style. Of course it can. But we wanted to take a step further and say, actually, leadership isn't just about doing. Leadership is about being as well. And so across all of these themes, we've adopted that approach. So again, if we take another example, engage community and stakeholders. As a chief executive, you should aim to cultivate and steward strategic and operational relationships that support the association's mission. Well, how do we do that? What does that mean in practice? Who do I need to be? Well, okay, the skills I need to know, I need to have are, again, I need to be able to listen to learn. I need to understand relationship management, and I need to be able to be confident in how I network. Stakeholder analysis, soliciting feedback, etc. Okay, I understand the skills I need to have. Okay, the knowledge I need to have. I need to know what people's needs and what motivates them. I need to understand peer-to-peer management tools. Do I? I don't know. Maybe the barriers to engagement and methods of resolution. I think we might have already had that one. There's a theme here, clearly. Even I'm identifying, maybe I need to look at this. But then beyond the knowledge and the skills, what does it mean in practice? Who do I need to be? Well, I need to be somebody who can create and maintain a stakeholder map. I need to be somebody who knows how to consult with stakeholders to inform decision making. I need to be able to collaborate with stakeholders to deliver shared objectives, not just my objectives. And so again, this is how we understand this theme. And then I'll look at one more just to kind of finish off this session. But again, okay, so as a chief executive, I should aim to balance the altruistic objectives of the association with the need to realize financial strength and business resilience. Accepting, and this is one of my phrases, yes, we are not for profit, but we are also not for loss, and we must operate as a business, realizing strategic objectives to propel us forward. What does that mean in practice? Well, I need to be entrepreneurial. Okay, am I? Let me read through this. Am I willing to take risks, fail fast, and learn from every mistake by adopting an entrepreneurial mindset? Do I have an entrepreneurial mindset? Gathering data, testing and discussing ideas. How good am I at doing that? Do I even know how to do that? Am I comfortable listening to others and being open to ideas? Excuse me, or am I a closed book? All of this is mapped out so that you can reflect and understand where you fit within the context, within the map, within the system. And let's be honest, this is not just about aspiring chief executives. not at all. Excuse me 1 second. This is about current chief executives. This is about people who are experienced in the role, new to the role, experienced in the role, looking for their next position. The reality is, as senior leaders, we absolutely should be open to learning continually. Doing so only makes us better at what we do. It adds value to our organizations and it makes us more successful as association leaders. So this isn't just about the aspirational leaders. This isn't just about next gen CEO. This is also about me as a current chief executive needing to understand, for example, supporting governance. Maybe I've had a few headaches over the years with my boards of directors. So let's explore, actually, what does that mean? When I need to support governance, what should I actually be doing? You can imagine we spend a lot of time expecting our directors to understand governance, but perhaps I, as a chief executive, need to better understand what I need to do and who I need to be. Promoting board culture. Okay, what does that mean? Okay, so this is very much about trust-based relationships. Okay, accepting and celebrating viewpoints. Okay. Oh, accepting and understanding conflict, cultures of learning. That's helping me now understand how I should be engaging with my directors. Perhaps I've not been doing that. You know, are our board meetings just a free-for-all? Are they a total bun fight? Or are we actually engaging constructively? Do they benefit from intentional design and good facilitation? Do I need to go and talk to my chair or my president and say, actually, I've reflected on the quality of the board meetings, not actually fulfilling our needs? That's what we've done here. We've mapped it out so that you, as an association leader, are able to identify your strengths, your weaknesses, where you need to invest in your own personal development, where you may want to invest in other colleagues' development, those who you know are going to progress their careers further into association leadership. That is what Compass is all about. It's about giving you the opportunity to understand where within the cycle of business you fit. The critical is about understanding the critical role that you play, not as the head of operations, not as the financial director, not as the membership director, not as the executive director, as the senior leadership within the organization. That's what you are. You are the leadership. And so we wanted to make sure with Compass, as I said, this is more, it's a step beyond a simple competency framework. And what we are going to be doing at the IAL over the next 12, 24 months is adding to this. It's a live document. As things develop, we'll be adding to it and making sure that it remains up to date. We'll also be signposting within Compass opportunities for members to access professional development, guidance, and resources. Those developed and delivered by the IAL, but also recognizing that we can't be everything to everybody, and there are other organizations who do things better than we do. And why would we want to duplicate their efforts when we can point you toward them? So we're going to use this as a signposting exercise. That's the wrong word. A signposting tool as well, so that you can come into Compass and then be pointed to that additional layer of resource. We're not just asking you to ask questions, we're also giving you answers as well. And finally, this is an opportunity for you to share this piece with your boards of directors, because again, our volunteer leaders need to understand, they don't need to do what your day job is in and out, but they do need to be cognizant of what it is that we as association leaders on the operational and the strategic and the business side, what we deliver, what we do to ensure our organizations are a success. And I think it's incredibly important that, the more we educate our board members as to what association leadership looks like, it stands to reason that the art of association leadership will become more refined and our organizations will become more efficient, more effective, more impactful, and we'll be able to continue to add significant value to our members' experience of their organizations. Okay, so that's, I'm not going to go any further. I've spoken too long as it is, longer than I'd anticipated, but I wanted to show you how Compass works. I want to really encourage you to explore it, to take a look at it, get into it, understand it. There's so much detail in here. It is a rich, rich vein of knowledge. It is a rich tapestry of experience. It reflects it reflects the team that put this together, the global team of chief executives and senior leaders who engaged with us in developing this, contributing to it. This is not something that one individual has dreamt up. This is something that, an industry, a global sector has identified as being the core competencies and skills that are necessary for you to be, and I mean that, I reiterate that, that are necessary for you to not just survive as a chief executive or as a C-suite professional, but to thrive in the non-profit membership environment. You can email me, andrew@theial.org, or you can tweet us at ASSN Leadership, Association Leadership, at ASSN Leadership, or go on the website, theial.org, get into Compass, take a look at it, send me your feedback, because I want to hear about it. You can imagine we spent a lot of time, effort, energy, put a lot of ourselves into this. I want to hear what people's thoughts are. If it's missing something, I want to hear about it so that we can make those changes. If you just love it, I also want to hear about it, because it's nice for some. It's nice to hear that as well. Thanks for taking the time to listen to this short presentation, this short piece. Like I say, if you need me, you know where I am. Otherwise, well, hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.